1923 has ended recently, and it definitely affected the Dutton family tree, something we've been theorizing about for years. Right now, Spencer and Alex's son, John, seems to be John Dutton's grandfather. But here's the thing. From what we know, Spencer's son is the third generation, whereas we know for a fact that John, played by Kevin Costner, is the fifth. So what about the fourth generation? What happened in between? Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First generation. To understand the first four generations properly, we need to take a look at 1883 and 1923. These shows reveal 6 members of the first generation: Margaret, James, Cara, Jacob, and Claire. Margaret and James Dutton James is the patriarch of 1883. He's a farmer from Tennessee who wants to build a new life out west with his family. Along with his sister, niece, wife, and their children, James sets out with a wagon train from Fort Worth, Texas. Honestly, 1883 is my favorite show in this universe. His wife Margaret is the confident and uncompromising matriarch we've come to love and adore. She's a strong leader and a protective mother who just knows what's best. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm basically in love with her. Eventually, James and Margaret settle on a homestead in Montana. The couple loses one of their children, Elsa, but they also have 2 sons, John and Spencer. During a hunt for horse thieves, James dies, and Margaret writes a letter to James's older brother asking for help to run the ranch in Montana. By the time Jacob arrives, Margaret dies from hypothermia. Cara and Jacob Dutton. Here comes my favorite Dutton couple. Jacob and Cara settle in Montana after James and Margaret die. Jacob becomes the patriarch, while Cara is the matriarch. They don't have children of their own, but raise John and Spencer as their own. After taking over, they improve the ranch significantly. Jacob becomes commissioner of the Livestock Association, a position the Duttons have held ever since. Both are natural leaders. Cara even takes care of business while Jacob is fatally wounded in 1923. The couple sacrifices a lot to keep the land in the family. Claire Dutton Claire is James and Jacob's sister. She joins James's family in 1883. In the show, she's a widow, and during their journey, she loses her daughter, Mary Abel. After this tragic death, she takes her own life. That scene was incredibly powerful, even though I never really loved Claire or Mary Abel. Fun fact, Claire is played by Dawn Olivieri, who also appears in Yellowstone as Sarah Atwood. Second generation, let's move on to the second generation. Most of these characters are from 1923, but there's one special character, Elsa Dutton. Elsa Dutton Elsa is the daughter of James and Margaret, and she's the reason the Duttons settled in Montana. During their journey, Elsa gets shot by an arrow. As she's dying, her parents decide to settle where she takes her last breath because neither of them wants to leave her. Emma and John Dutton John was the only child of Margaret and James when they settled in Montana. In 1923, we see him as an adult, which is a blessing. But Taylor Sheridan doesn't like keeping characters happy, so John gets killed in an ambush. Emma, his wife, loses her will to live after his death. The couple has a son, Jack, who belongs to the third generation. Alex and Spencer Dutton. Here's a fan-favorite couple. Spencer is the youngest child of Margaret and James, and the younger brother of John and Elsa. He's raised by Cara and Jacob after losing his parents. In 1923, he's the hero of the show. He serves in World War I, then moves to Africa, where he meets his wife. After Cara informs him that the ranch is under attack, the couple decides to return to Montana, but they are forced to separate. In Season 2, we see their separate journeys and the hell they've been through. Shortly after reuniting, Alex gives birth to their son and dies. Spencer never remarries but has a second son with a widow. Spencer dies in the late 60s on his wife's grave. Third generation Elizabeth and Jack Dutton Jack is the son of John and Emma. We meet him in 1923. It's possible that Jack is a nickname for John, meaning he could be the grandfather of the John we know in Yellowstone. But I have another theory. In 1923, Jack marries Elizabeth. After she suffers a miscarriage, she gets pregnant again. Sadly, Jack is killed, leaving Elizabeth alone and pregnant. She returns to Boston, and the show doesn't reveal what happens to her or the baby. Spencer's sons. Spencer and Alex's son, John, gets to spend less than a day with his mother, which is heartbreaking. Spencer's second son, from a widow, hasn't been revealed yet. I believe we'll see Spencer's sons in a future series set during or after World War II. There's a rumor that Spencer's son, John, is the grandfather of the current John. But that complicates the timeline, since we know that current John is the 5th generation. 4th generation. This is the missing generation. Since John is the 5th generation, let's look at the possible 4th generation candidates. Elizabeth and Jack's child. As mentioned, Elizabeth was pregnant with Jack's child when she left. Their child would belong to the 4th generation and could be John's grandfather. Maybe Spencer and Alex's son didn't survive, as he was a premature baby. The final episode didn't reveal his fate, so it's possible he died young. Spencer's grandchildren. If Spencer and Alex's son survives, we may see him in his early 20s during World War II. He could have a child, becoming Spencer's grandchild. If not, Spencer's second son could carry on the line. I know that sounds a bit harsh. Sorry, 5th generation. We've finally made it to Yellowstone. Evelyn and John Dutton John is the tough man willing to do anything to protect the land. His relationship with his children is complicated. His wife, Evelyn, was the love of his life. She died in a horseback riding accident when their kids were young. After Kevin Costner leaves the show midway through season 5, his character is killed by a contract killer hired by Jamie Dutton and Sarah Atwood. Peter Dutton Peter is John's brother. Sadly, he only lived about 18 hours due to complications from premature birth. He's still part of the family, and I didn't want to skip him. 6th generation. This generation is all about John's children. Rip and Beth Dutton. Beth is John's only daughter. She appears relentless, though she has a softer side. She devotes her life to her father. She's married to Rip, John's right-hand man. They're a strong couple. They don't have children of their own, but have taken in Carter, who belongs to the 7th generation. Beth kills Jamie to avenge her father, and Rip helps clean up the mess. They'll have a spin-off show. Monica and Case Dutton. Case is the youngest and a former Navy SEAL. Unlike Beth, he wants a life outside of being a Dutton. He's married to Monica, who grew up on the Broken Rock Reservation. They have a son, Tate. In season 5, Monica loses her unborn child in a car accident. This couple will also have their own spin-off. Lee Dutton Lee is the eldest Dutton sibling. Sadly, we only see him briefly. He's killed during a confrontation with the Broken Rock Reservation in the first season. Jamie Dutton. Please don't come after me for including him, but Jamie is raised as a Dutton. He's adopted and only finds out after meeting his biological father. Most fans dislike him, and I'm glad he's out of the picture. 7th generation Carter, I feel for this boy. Beth and Rip treat him a bit oddly. It's like they want him around but haven't fully accepted him as family. In their spin-off, we'll see him again, but we still don't know if they officially adopted him. Jamie Dutton Jr. This one is controversial. Many don't consider Jamie a Dutton, but I just wanted to include him. I don't think we'll see him again, but do you think he might get involved in Tate's business somehow? Tate Dutton Tate is the youngest member of the original Dutton family. We don't know much about his future. Will he reclaim the land someday? I doubt it, but we'll likely learn more through Case and Monica's spin-off. Well, that's all from me for now. Who do you think is John III's father? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one and watch this video next.